Hare Krishna. Mama Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we'll continue our discussion in the fifth chapter. Here, Narada was asked by Brahma that you are the supreme creator. Brahma says, "Oh, Narada, you are very merciful to me because you are helping me, inspiring me to see into the prowess of Almighty Personality of Godhead." And then he says, whatever you spoke about me is not false because unless and until listener is aware of Supreme Personality of God, who is ultimate truth beyond me, and is sure to be illusioned by my powerful activities. And here, this demigod worshippers, one thing is there is a qualification that should be acquired. By what happens is the rules are such that in this material world, if you worship superiors, then you gain qualification. If children are worshipping parents, they gain qualification to enjoy higher benefits. And if somebody is worshipping, a wife is very chaste to the husband, she also gains powers. So there are certain rules that are created in this material world. By doing that activity, you are gaining pious credit, which is helping you to enjoy. So when people are worshipping demigods, so the system is that they gain the higher credits, and that will make them qualified to enjoy. It's not that they are free from karma. That is also they are acquiring good karma. Basically, worshipping demigods is good karma, and they are getting qualified to acquire more good karma to enjoy. And what about the suffering they are going through? That will continue. It will not go. Means, if say they have to get some suffering through their wife or husband or something, that will anyway come. But they have to get a big house, big car, and big things. If they are worshipping demigods, they are increasing their credits. So this is piety. The demigod worship is also one kind of pious activities. In that way, they are gaining the benefit like that. And some cases, if they worship demigods, if they're suffering with something bad, then the demigods will help them to postpone their karma, something like that. But otherwise, any worship, that is not only us, even other religions also, if they are worshipping some higher power, immediately they gain credits and which will help them to enjoy. And that's the reason they have faith. Otherwise, how other religions will continue? Because they are getting some experience, because they are getting some benefits in their activities. Even Islam also, they are very strictly following certain rules. Because they are following rules, they'll become opulent also. And that is why we see, like, some Middle East, the countries which have oil and all, they're very strict, they're very orthodox. Not orthodox, but we can say they are very fundamentalists. And they get benefit also. Same thing with demigod worship. Any hard work you do in terms of worshipping the superior, even somebody just worshipping the parents very, very faithfully, whatever parents does, obedient, he will eventually gain piety and he can enjoy. And worshipping the demigods, worshipping parents, husband, worshipping wife, husband, worship, any of these things, they get it. Yes, Manish.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, like demigod worship, Prabhuji, that is also we are doing beyond our logic only, no, Prabhuji. That is not something we are we are not seeing it pratyaksha. That is also like beyond our sense perception. But majority of people are going for that. But I really am surprised that that is also beyond logic. Means what is stopping people to get into Supreme Personality Godhead's worship, Prabhuji? Because everything from Shastra, even demigod worship from Shastra, and this is also from Shastra. And like that is also not that easy, Prabhuji. Like I feel our process still more easier, more sweeter, like more enjoyable than that. There they do lot of austerity, Prabhuji. Like I see many people doing many austerities for that also. So any higher authority worship, it means some austerity and some sincerity it needs, Prabhuji. So that's what I wanted to ask, Prabhuji.
The main reason, Mataji, Bhoga Ishvara Prasaktanam Daya Aparata Chetasa. Their intelligence is always lost because they always have this Bhoga and Aishwarya. They want to enjoy, they want to have opulence. Even it may be little gross, something it is settled. But this mentality is always there for all living entities.
So here Akama Sarvakama is telling for Sarvakama also you can come to me, he's telling Prabhuji. Like here, like there's not that Krishna never says you cannot come to me for Sarvakama.
But the point, Mataji, the Shastras, there is so much. Second thing is, of course, there are many factors. One point I told. Second is, second is the modes of nature which they are. They get attracted to a particular demigod. They will like that God should be very ghastly. So for them, Kali is like what attracts because they are in that mode. They will be attracted to that form of the Lord.
Oh, okay.
Somebody is in Rajoguna, then for him, Ganapati or Lord, any other such forms, they'll get attracted to such worships. That is basically what is the mode in which they are in. That is also one factor. Another thing is Bhogashwarya. Third important is they don't have Sukriti, association of devotees. The thing is, even people, for them, it does not matter which demigod will give them. They are achieving them like Ayappa, they do Mala. And 40 days they're doing it vigorously. But the basically the motivation is Bhoga and Aishwarya only.
This question why I'm asking is like even after meeting devotees, some are still attracted to demigods, no Prabhuji. Like Bhakti Shukriti, like they are meeting devotee, like some people met Prabhupada even directly. Not everyone took up Bhakti. So even after meeting devotee and hearing some sessions, I could see many people still following their rituals in demigod worship, Prabhuji.
Some people maybe do, what happens is there is this ritualistic approach is there for people. They're little afraid if I give up, what will happen to me? Because they're still attached to, they lack certain faith on Krishna that I just give up, what will happen? Like I used to chant Vishnu Sahasranama before coming to Krishna conscious. Chanting 2 times I used to chant, and suddenly I had to stop. And then I was feeling, Lord, what will happen if I stop chanting Vishnu Sahasranama? Because it is Krishna's only. But still that fear was there. And then I said, oh, it's Krishna only. And I was getting more pleasure in chanting Hare Krishna. So it became very easy for me. But that faith is actually what protects us from giving up. And that takes time for people. And another important thing is that people who go to demigods and all, they get quick results. It does not happen with Krishna, and they can see others are successful. Like no, they say, I went to this demigod and I did this puja. Immediately, my daughter got married, and I went to this. So what when Krishna such benefits you don't immediately say, except for Balaji and Silkur Balaji. People say we went to Balaji and it happened. Except for Balaji, no other form of Vishnu, there is so much reciprocation of immediately fulfilling desires. So that is the main factor why Krishna. They say Krishna, you go, it is good only, but not sure that everything will work out fast. But it will work out fast if you do any other, like go to Shiva temples. They have this, like recently I have one devotee family only. Daughter is not getting married, and then the astrologer told you have to go from North India to South India. He gave her the list of all from Varanasi, Nasik, and then Triambakeshwar. Then they went to Ujjain, and they went to all the South Kumbhakonam. And within 1 month, daughter is married. So the point is with the other demigods, things happen very fast. Of course, the daughter is not devotee; they are devotee because she is not to go. And the Mataji was telling Prabhuji, wherever I was going, I was standing Hare Krishna. And it was just simple puja. No, you just have to 150 rupees, you just do puja. And that's all. That means, for of course, I am not advertising. Please don't go to demigod. So the point is, with demigods, things happen fast. But what is important for devotee, when they develop faith, they understand no matter how much I fulfill my desire, as long as heart is impure, I remain to be unhappy in this material world. So for a devotee, when they develop this understanding, then they understand that this is Antavanta Phalam Desham. Till that time, they will not be convinced that this is Antavanta Phalam Desham, because they say, I want it, I got it. So that is what is happiness. The definition of happiness for people in this world is different. The definition
Mm.
of happiness for them is, if I desire something and if I get it, then I am happy. But the definition of happiness for a devotee is, if heart is purified, then only you are happy. So
Mm.
that's why, unless even when they come to Krishna conscious or associate, until they understand this definition of happiness, they will continue to go to demigods. They say,
Correct,
in
correct.
getting here, I'm chanting, I am devotee also, but see, I need little help. I am going to this demigod, I am getting it. So what is wrong? So they
Mm.
cannot give it up. And another is, one ritualistic mentality is there, that also makes them fearful to give up. Oh, I am doing from so long. If I don't do, what will happen to the demigod may become upset and angry. So the fear also is a factor. What will inauspicious will happen. So if I
Prabhuji,
always
one
like that,
final question, Prabhuji. What about demigods? At least I can understand to some extent, Prabhuji, because they are approved in Shastras. What about the latest worship of Baba, 9 weeks continuously going and fasting? The people say really things are happening for them. It is not false. I could see them, Prabhuji, here in our place and all. It is become very popular, Prabhuji. Everyone is going here, telling that after 9 weeks of that fasting, something is good is happening, and they also say so many things. Baba comes and does, and he is right with us. Just like we say Krishna is right with us, they say Baba is right with the light. Like that, they are telling, how is this happening, Prabhuji? For a mortal man, how is this power, this much power? How is it happening, Prabhuji?
oh, that fellow died and wherever he went, he went. Now what happens is, um, uh, generally anybody is fasting or doing anything, there will be a change in their mind, that any fasting will change the mind of a person. And that is one advantage in fasting, even though it is a bogus fasting. But the point is, they are anyway destined to get. See, out of 100 people, even 2 people will get, then that is advertised. Oh, I went to this Baba and this happened. And the 2 people, like if in the TV, the 2 people will give the confession. I went and it got so nicely with this Baba. And then that is what is taken. And then 1,000 people will go out of 1,000 and say 50 people get. That's all. It is like recently when Narsingadev appeared, just 200 kilometers from Hyderabad here. And now 2 3 people went. One boy who was not able to speak, he could speak, and 2 3 things happened. And now every day thousands and thousands of people go to Narsingadev there. Now, because if 2 3 few people get little bit of their material things, anyway they have to get it, they got it. But if somehow, fortunately, it happened to be doing that activity, and everybody start doing it, and say he has to get good business, anyway it is in his karma, but he went there and he got, then he will think, because of going there I got it. So in that way they develop faith on it, and they advertise also. And Kali Yuga nowadays, to advertise is very easy. You have social media, anything you put, it becomes viral very fast. So previously also it was there, but now it became too much. Clear, Mantaj?
Prabhuji, like I want to. Prabhuji, am I audible?
Ah, yes, Mantaj.
Prabhuji, I just want to know, is there any power for such person, Prabhuji, as they claim?
No, he died, then he not have power. Who are alive, na, they have power.
Uh, so, Prabhuji, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, even for demigods, he says, it is me who is within their heart. It is me who is giving that faith to the people who worship the demigods. Like, though I give the results, it is me who is giving the faith also. So, is it something like that? Like, those people want to just, at least from the minimum level of thinking that I am getting on my own effort, these people are believing something or some higher authority. Is it that in that level I should understand, Prabhuji?
What happens is, Mataji, people act according to, they don't have any faith on any person. They means they are not loyal to anything. Their loyalty is to their sense gratification, and whoever is helping them and whichever is method is working, and they go that direction, and that's all. Now Baba is there. Some other Baba comes, they'll go to some other Baba. It's not that they will continue their Baba for whole life. For them, the loyalty is to their sense gratification, not the Babas.
Okay. Thank you, Puja. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Gail Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, just to follow up on a couple of things you just said in response. One is that doesn't what you just said apply also to what they call the power of positive thinking? So that, you know, if you apply positive thinking, right, and you get what you wanted, then it was probably just because it was in your karma to get it. You know, because other people could conceivably do the same power positive thinking and not get, isn't it?
Yeah, that is true.
So it's the same like with this other
Karma,
kind of,
just positive thinking don't work.
yeah, positive thinking without pious credit, material pious credit, that's not going to get you anywhere, isn't it? Okay. And then just one last thing is when you were saying that there are those who are attracted to Kali, right? The goddess Kali,
Yeah.
her ghastliness. So I mean, I know people are in different modes, but is it actually to her? Is it possible that people are attracted to her ghastliness? Or is it that they are attracted to what she can do for them, but not her appearance? Or is it both? I don't know.
Oh, that Mataji, what is that is basically the taste. For them, the Lord should be very powerful, very means basically it's a taste. Like for me, Lord should be very peaceful, calm, should not speak. For somebody, Lord should be very loving, caring, and dancing. For somebody, Lord should be little different form like Ganesh. So it's basically the taste. So if you have Tamoguna, when they see that form of Kali with her red color and tongue coming out with all the garlands of all the skulls and 10 hands and hair is like this. When they look that form, they get attracted because that is their taste. Their taste in Tamoguna. So anything that is looking like that, it attracts them. And for them, they dance and they do certain music and they offer some animals and to them form and they feel yes. Now our Lord, basically it's a taste which they get attracted to because in Tamoguna, so that is the form which attracts them, and that is the style of worship that attracts them, and that is the uh, benedictions they will ask, and everybody will ask the same only. They also want the car, refrigerator, and washing machine. But for them, for them, for them basically that taste
Washing machine.
is
Yeah, so I had to confirm because I guess, you know, the answer is the fact that people are in different modes, but it just seems inconceivable
it is
that
like no,
a
if you
person,
go to any party, then based what item you eat is based on your taste. If you are sattvic, you go for salads and some sweets. If you are rajasic, you go for very spicy, and if you are tamasic, then people go for drinks. So basically, what is the taste of the person? They go there. So if you give 10 different photos of demigods, and based on the taste, they say, yeah, this must be Lord. This she's looking very ghastly. So their taste is like that. So that is also the form that is manifested so that the people in Tamoguna get attracted to that form of Lord. Otherwise, Durga
yeah,
Devi form is also there, but they'll not worship that form of Durga Devi where she is sitting beside Lord Shiva. They want to have that form only because that is what attracts them.
but is that not inconceivable?
No, inconceivable, simple Mataji. That's what na. What type of dress you purchase is our taste. What type of food is our taste. Now, if
Oh,
if
actually, that's true because I see people's form of dress, which also seems inconceivable to me sometimes. Like if you go down the streets of New York, oh my God, it's actually inconceivable. But yeah, when you mention form of dress, that makes it a little more understandable for me now.
because it taste,
Because
we cannot say this is wrong or right. It is basically the taste. Like for Islam, for them, God should be very strict. Rules should be very strict. And then they
Mm.
feel this is lot because that is their taste. We cannot say it is right or wrong because they are attracted to that type of religion only. That's why that is available.
yeah, and you can actually only just like with what is poison to me is nectar for you, like this. So and you can if two people are in two different modes, right? They will not be able to appreciate each other, right? Because you have to be in the same mode, right?
Yes, yes, like-minded.
So but yeah, so I think I think it applies, as you're saying, it applies to the form of God you appreciate too, just like a form of food, form of dress, like you were saying. That's the only way
Any
I
item you
think.
are taking, your car, your house, how you keep your house. Somebody in Tamuguna, his taste will be different. If he has
Yeah.
here there's some little dust and all, he will feel very comfortable. He will feel homely. If you keep everything neat and clean, he will feel very uncomfortable. It's just, I cannot stay in this house.
Okay, yeah. Wow, it's really, really quite amazing. But yes, it answers. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Yes, Champaklata.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank
Thank
Prabhuji, in the last few classes, we've been discussing about Jnana Karma Dhyanavritam. It's very convincing, the entire philosophy, because Bhagavatam is ultimately trying to take us to Shuddha Bhakti. And we are right now in the Sadhaka stage. Now, when a person like me, I mean, I'm a neophyte, though practicing for a long time, but still I consider myself like that because I'm not there. In the sense, I'm not yet practicing Shuddha Bhakti. Okay, so my question is like when recently when my Guru Maharaj had done his doctoral research on Vedic sociology, I had the opportunity to do the transcriptions for his lectures. Probably. I mean, there were some interviews which I conducted with the sarpanchas of each village. Okay, that means the heads of each village, and all of them had said in almost all the villages they had said um that there is only one cow or two cows in this village. So that means people are slaughtering the cows like anything. And in contrast, coming to another side, because there is demand for products that come out of cow leather and calf leather. I have seen some of my friends and dear relatives actually. They use leather products, Prabhuji. Each handbag costs about 2 lakh rupees. Hmm? So, what I feel is when we say Gnana Karma Dhyana and when we are speaking about these things in the devotee forums, why will a person like me think of doing anything that is mixed with my devotion? In the sense, why will I go out to the villages? Why will I protect any cows? And cows are very dear to Krishna. I mean, in the second chapter only we have read that Krishna actually has a locket in which the cow and calf are engraved. I mean, that is how dear cows are to Krishna. So my question is, are we really living a conscious life? I mean, chanting, performing devotional services, all these things are 100% fine. But what about our material swadharma? Are we doing justice to it? That is my question, brother.
We cannot, will not be able to do any change in the society, Mataji. We only have to practice our pure devotional service and go back and back to Godhead because this is Kali Yuga and time is not ours. Because Bhutva Bhutva Praliyate. One just Mahavishnu inhales, everything goes back. And again, everything creates and Satyuga comes, whatever cows and everything, the Vedic culture, everything will be restored by that is the responsibility of all the great sages. Saptarishis are there, and there are Manus are there, and all these personalities. Just after this Kali Yuga, again the Satyuga comes, everything will be restored properly. Only thing is we as now in your limits, whatever is capable without disturbing your pure devotional services, you have to practice and you can do. You will not be able to do if you are a prime minister of the country, then you may have some more opportunities to do things. But if you are not, then whatever is in your capacity, say you after your sadhana is over properly, you have done service to your deities, and then remaining time you can do some little preaching, and maybe you can support weekly once or twice. You can go to a goshala, do some service, or if you have some land, you can keep some cows and take care of them. This is what we have to do. We should not think of changing the whole society, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when he appeared, that is the time when Mughals were ruling the country. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not remove, for him, how much time it will take to remove the Mughal rules. And that is the time cows are slaughtered. That is the time all the Bangladesh area, Pakistan area was converted into Islam. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he himself did not stop. What did he do? He just chanted, danced, practiced pure devotional service, and he did not bother to go only. Almost 16 years he was just in Jagannath Puri, not even going out of Jagannath Puri. Only thing is to go to Alarnath when Jagannath is sick. Now 16 years is there. How much you could have done to the whole country and cows? Why he did not do? Did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not love cows? And then what about Bhaktivinoda Thakur? He is not even doing anything to get rid of Britishers. Instead, he is going and serving the Britishers as a deputy magistrate. Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur is for the inauguration of Gaudiya, he is calling Britishers to inauguration. Viceroy is called, and then Prabhupada, he also was trying to do this independence fight and all. Bhaktisiddhanta forget about it. Just practice, preach pure devotional service. If why Prabhupada did not do, why Bhaktisiddhanta did not allow Prabhupada to do the change in the culture and get rid of Britishers, they did not do. We have to follow our acharyas. Whatever our acharyas are telling, that is what is our standard. If acharyas did this thing, we do. Prabhupada said you create some farm communities. We are trying to do it. You say you have some land, you can keep some cows. That's all. What is more important is if my heart changes, then I can help others also to change the heart. You get delivered from these cultures of Maya and you help with you 10, 20 more people to come out of Maya. That itself is success, not more than you can do.
Yeah, but then, Prabhuji, my question is, if each one of us has devotees things like this, then why will it be a responsibility of any common man? You please tell me, Prabhuji. Because what's happening in the villages is like, so distressful. I mean, so many lakhs of cows are being killed like that. And now the villages hardly have any cows. So if there is no cow culture, uh, how will there be any, sustenance of mankind properly? I mean, Bhagavatam itself very clearly says, we are actually sustaining on the Gomata.
Krishna want to change the situation, Mataji. How much time it will take for Krishna to change the situation?
No, but does it mean that, even Arjuna would have thought like that in that case in Kurukshetra? Krishna said, you can't run away from the battlefield. You have to do your dharma. This is your swadharma as a Kshatriya. So even the devotees have certain responsibility, towards the society. I mean, we have a material swadharma and also a spiritual swadharma. So are we really balancing? Are we really doing justice? I mean, if devotees talk like this, then how about non-devotees? They will not take care only. I mean, they are just doing so much of ugra karma. So if devotees feel like this and non-devotees feel like that, then what's the hope, Prabhuji? I mean, we can become indifferent to everything like this in the name of bhakti, no? Are we really doing the right kind of justice.
Yeah, now the point, Mataji, actually, Krishna told Arjuna do Swadharma, but after that he did what he told in the end, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Just give up all your dharmas, just surrender to me. Anyway, the point for Arjuna was he did not do Swadharma. He did bhakti because it pleases to Krishna. So Krishna tells, okay, Arjuna, now what you do? You go and do farming. Arjuna said, yes, Karishya Vachanam Tava. I'll just do what you want. Arjuna is not doing Swadharma. Arjuna is doing bhakti only. Arjuna is doing what is pleasing to Krishna. For us also, there are no two types of dharma. We only one dharma. That is Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhakti Radokshiji. We have to do the highest dharma. See, the point is, I will try to explain this type of dharma, doing dharma, protecting cows and all. There are so many people who will do it because there are so many people who are interested in such activities. We have this RSS people and BHP people and all these people, they are there for it. But for them, can they practice pure devotional service? Can they sit in the morning Bhagavatam class like us and can they hear? Can they sit and chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Can they do worship of Lord? Pure devotional service, na, only very, very, very rare souls can do pure devotional service. Other activities, now Yogi is there, Modi is there, and so many other people are there. They are rigorously working in the direction. And because even though they are working, why things don't happen? Because this is the age of Kali. Kali only wins all the time because it is his age. These people are like militants for Kali. Kali want to destroy everything, but these people want to restore everything. And because the time don't cooperate with them. But if same thing in Satya Yuga, everything is favor of Vedic culture. Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga also. But Kali Yuga, it is not favorable. No matter how much you do. See, basically, where is the problem is people are not interested in cow or anything. Why? They're just interested in their own sense enjoyment. It is not Islam or Christianity that is damaging the people. What is damaging the desire to enjoy whatever is helping them to enjoy, they are doing it. For them, cow helps them to enjoy, they'll have cows. If they say cow is an obstacle, they will remove. People's heart is contaminated. You are not understanding the root of problem. Root of problem is not because cows are there, society to be nice. Say like now there is one so many people in Gujarat or Rajasthan or some places, they are bringing thousands of cows and they are protecting. Say they brought thousands of cows at one place and suddenly the government changes. They'll send every thousands of cows to the slaughterhouse only. This is not going to stop anyway because it is Kali Yuga. And but for lot to change does not take only time. For us, only one dharma is there. Pure devotional service, not everybody will do. Very few rare souls will do pure devotional service. And if we can do, see, this dharma fighting is done by all these VHP. Full time people are there to fight for it, for cows, for dharma. Full time people are there fighting for it, and whole life they have given for it. But very, very few people can give full time, whole life for doing pure devotional service to Krishna. Not everybody can chant 16 rounds and have faith on. This is not. We have only one dharma. Savai pumsam paro dharma eto bhakti radokshiji. We are taking care of cows, whatever extent, little bit, because Krishna likes. But more than that, we cannot do anything because Krishna is not expecting that, no, okay, you go and you have to change the society, bring cows back. You bring cows back, and after you die, they will take that cows to the slaughterhouse. They will not do more than this anything because society, unless the heart remains contaminated, people are going to, now they are thinking you tell the benefits of cow, they say, yeah, cow is benefited. After some time, after 50, 60, 100 years, when they come to know that, okay, by so much benefit you get by slaughtering cow, they'll slaughter the cow. It is not going to change the society. It's all uh, so this is what is the present situation. That is, we cannot do, Mataji. Pure devotional service is very rare thing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why he did not do? Okay, you tell me the reason. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not change Mughal Empire, and why he did not make King Prataprudra the king of the whole country? Why he did not do? What do you think? Champalata Mataji. Why?
Prabhuji, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was actually preaching about pure devotional service. There is no doubt about that, Prabhuji. But as
Why
you
he
know,
did
in the
not
path
change?
of
No, my question is, why did he not change Mughal Empire? He is the Supreme Lord. He knows in future. I'll tell one example. All the Goswamis built the temples in Vrindavan, and Aurangzeb came and destroyed within 100 years. After 100 years, all the temples were destroyed. And these temples are made by the Manjaris, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami. They're all Manjaris on the spiritual world. They made the temples, not we. We are also making temples of ISKCON. These are directly made by the Manjaris who came from the spiritual world. Now, Krishna, do Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not know after 100 years Aurangzeb will come and destroy the temples which are made by the Swamis? Does he know or not?
yeah, Prabhuji. But
Then
right now,
why
the
he did not change
situation
Mughal Empire?
was the situation so worse when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Prabhu. I
It was
mean, the
much
way
more
it is.
worse. No, it was much more worse because you cannot openly do and chanting and all. They were directly killed. Even when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was crossing the river boat, when devotees were loudly doing kirtan, devotees said, no, 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 don't do kirtan. There are soldiers of Patan soldiers are there, don't shout loud. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why did you stop kirtan? They said, soldiers are there, they will kill. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no. Whenever you do chanting, Narsingadev is in front of you. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he
So that means, are we trying to say that even a personality like Gomata, whom we revere as devotees, even when that kind of a thing is happening, we just have to keep quiet as devotees, not do much about it, thinking that okay, we are anyhow practicing pure devotional service, so let's focus on our duty. I
So
mean, if
what you will
Gomata
do?
is
Mataji, how many cows you'll protect, how long you'll protect? We will do, we will try to do. We are doing cow protection in the terms of we are having cows, we are taking care of them, we feed cows. But everybody, it's such a big country and so many lakhs of people, they are doing in wrong things. We cannot do anything with them. See, the problem is not cow slaughter, problem is impure heart. If you want to protect cows, best thing you can do is change the heart of the people. You tell the purpose of life is to not enjoy, to serve. If you can change the heart of people, then they will stop cow slaughter. Without changing the heart of people, you are just cleaning the environment. You just are doing Swachh Bharat. But if heart is dirty, you will again make the Bharat dirty only, because the heart is not clean no matter how much you give protection. That's my point. You protected the cows, you protected say 1 lakh cows, and but after we leave this world, after say 100 years, you have 1 lakh cows. After you leave one, what happens? The people's heart is impure only. What they will do? They'll slaughter the cows. The slaughter of cows is not because you are not protecting. The slaughter of cows is because hearts are impure. You really want to protect cows, na? You help the people purify the heart. And the best way to purify the heart is chanting the holy name. You
of course,
cannot
Prabhuji.
cows without purifying the heart of people, because you give them cows. What they will do with the cows? They'll exploit only because their heart is not pure. Say you give 1 lakh cows to a person. If his heart is not pure, what he will do with the cows? He will exploit them. He will try to get benefit out of them, take milk out of them and sell them. And then he says, now this is not sufficient. You want more. So he will somehow exploit. Exploitation is the problem. Why? Because heart is impure. Why cows are slaughtered? Because people are having the mentality of exploitation. They are not able to give that up. So instead of working, if you want to really work on cows, then we have to work on purifying the heart of people. If heart is purified, then why they will slaughter the cows?
Ultimately, it boils down to that, Prabhuji, definitely. But what I'm saying is somehow, by being in the pure devotional service, we are also indirectly saying, okay, don't bother about anything,
No,
just
no,
stay
no, we are
indifferent.
not
I mean,
bothering.
it's kind of teaching indifference only. That's what I personally feel.
Not indifference. We are trying to really solve the problem from the root. We are doing Harinam. We are trying to go and distribute Prasadam. We are increasing Sukriti of people. We are preaching. We are trying to help people purify their heart. If their heart is purified, say now we went to college and in that we got 20, 30 boys who are chanting and they understood the purpose of life. All these 20, 30 people, we say don't take any milk products coming from this company because they are slaughtering animals. They will not take. Now, did we help cow protection? Yes, because we helped this 100, this 20 people, they will tell to 20 and they go to corporate office, they'll help others. So in that way, we are creating the awareness in people not to do that activity. By how? By purifying the heart of people. If the heart is purified, then they will stop doing it. So we are solving the root of problem. If heart is not purified, you tell and it will work for some time. But after that again, he will think, oh, it is profitable. So what is the loss? He will again do it. That is what is happening. The root is you have to help them come out of the mentality to enjoy only.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Mallika.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat. Prabhuji, in this regard, once Radhanath Maharaj, while he was in, I think, in airport, one minister came to him. I think it's Menaka Gandhi, I think. So she and told Maharaj, okay, why you people are always chanting Hare Krishna? Why don't you all do anything for the environment? I mean, there are so many things, pollution, all these things, problem is there. So why don't you all do anything for that? So Maharaj said same thing what you have said, that this is all happens this because of the contamination of the heart, because your heart, what we are doing is we are helping people to clean their heart. And once the heart is clean, then automatically everything will, fall in place. So the root cause is because we have these anarthas like greed, all these things. So because of that, we are very careless about the environment and the people. So if that is gone, because that's what, that's what Mahatantra, chanting of the Hare Krishna, it helps to purify one's heart. So, and we are doing that. So this is a very appropriate answer, Prabhuji, you have given. Thank you.
Thank you, Maju. Yes, that is correct. So basically, the heart is impure heart is the cause of all these problems. Instead of addressing the root, no matter how much we give stopgap solutions, how long we'll give, how long we can help people doing it, they will eventually end up in making the same mistake because their heart is not pure. If you purify the heart, then very easy for people to give it up. So why I need it? Because for me, I need something else. Yeah, Goraksha is also, it is pollution of heart only is because of that people are killing cows. Why they are killing cows? Because they are affected by greed. That is also pollution. This is environment. This is animals. So it is also because of greed only, no Mataji. There is a contamination in the heart. So instead of, if you want to protect cows, help people become less greedy. Then they will eventually they say, yes, we don't need all these cow products. We are happy with means leather and other things. They're happy with simple things. So I appreciate your concern for cows, but we should also know that this is possible only when people's heart is pure. Yes, Gail Mataji, you have something?
It's just a comment, Prabhu. I mean, oh, you're there?
Yeah. Please.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was just really, really appreciating your answer just now that, it was just, you just made things so very clear, that the real solution is to attack the root of the problem, because things like the cow slaughter is simply a symptom, and it's not that we as devotees are not addressing the symptoms also. We are addressing the symptoms. That's why there's so many endeavors to protect the cows. But if you really want to help society, then you have to, it's a matter of what proportion of the problems will get your attention? You know, the preponderance of of your attention should be given to the root. Otherwise, the symptoms will never go. You know, the majority of your attention has to be given to the root if you actually want to, you know, deal effectively with the symptoms, of which cow slaughter is simply a symptom. It's not a root cause. And the devotees, we have so many organizations that are dedicated to dealing with the symptoms of abuse of the cows, exploitation of the cows. So it's not that we don't care at all. We do care. It's just a matter of, you know, what gets the majority of our attention for the most effective results. And so I think you made such a wonderful, I think, exposition of this point. So thank you so much, because it really helped me. And it helped me to also understand why Krishna also says, give up all dharmas, you know, just do this supreme dharma. You know, because if you do this one supreme dharma, it takes care of all problems. Yeah, so thank you for bringing this clarity for me.
Mataji, you made it more clear. Yes. What Mataji said is what makes, because there are two things. One is symptom and one is root. Ayurveda is like it goes to the root. It is, we have symptomatic treatment. You have some symptom you are treating, but you have to go to the root of the problem to solve the problem. And what more time we have to give in for solving the root cause of the problem than to the symptoms. And there are many organizations who are working to solve the symptoms, and we can also contribute a little bit to it, but more we have to work, because nobody works in solving the root of the problem. Only devotees can do it, because they can only purify the heart of the people, because they chant the holy name. There is no other way where people get purified in Kali Yuga, especially their hearts. There is no way their hearts will get purified. Only way they can get purified is when they chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is the only way we can purify the heart of people, and that is the root cause of all these things that are happening. And only people who can do it is our devotees. So if we can focus more time on purifying the heart of people, and we can give some time in this direction also, but more time we should give. Just giving awareness about cow and doing this, or you can go to the village and make them do the chanting of holy name and make them devotee, then give the cows, then they will take care of cows nicely. Otherwise, if you don't make them devotees and give cow to them, after some time they'll sell their cows to the slaughterhouse, because to maintain a cow you need some expenditure. When they become old, they say they're old, what can I do? Send them to slaughterhouse. Now you just give cows to them, but don't change their heart. It is only risky. We are giving a cow to a person who is a butcher only, because the heart is already contaminated. But you make him a devotee and then give cows, then he will protect. So for us, more important is we can do so much. We can increase the population of cows. But what will happen if the heart of people is not changed? They're going to, after all this cow become old, they'll all go to slaughterhouses only. So just increasing the population of cow is not making difference. Now in UP, the government is telling we will give monthly expenditure for maintaining the cows. You give the cows, but they are not understanding the cows population will increase, and after that what will happen? They'll all go to either Bengal or some other state where they will be slaughtered when they become old, because they cannot maintain it. This is because their heart is not changed. You give cows to them, the heart is still impure. So what is the result of it? That is what is more important is we have to help them chant the holy name and purify the heart, and then things will change. Okay. Tempagulata Mata is not satisfied. But that is what is the truth, Mataji. Can be done. Okay. Thank you all very much. Without any discuss. Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
I'm sorry we couldn't discuss anything today. We'll do it tomorrow. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I think one question was there. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Hemangi Mataji, you can ask the question tomorrow.